So the results are in after the New Hampshire primary, the first primary. This is after the Iowa contest, and Bernie Sanders wins. This is great. Great news for those of us in the movement. Great news for those of us who have volunteered, who have worked for the campaign. I saw the energy that went into it. I saw the dedication. And I know that we all worked very hard. But with the results that came in, there's a lot to discuss. I'm not going to take too much time. I just want to go over 3 obvious takeaways that I'm seeing as a result of tonight. And just a quick recap: Bernie's first, Pete Buttigieg is second, Amy Klobuchar comes in third, Elizabeth Warren comes in fourth, Biden comes in fifth, and Andrew Yang taps out. I'm sad to see Andrew Yang go. He was a fantastic person to watch throughout the campaign season. And I look forward to seeing what else he does going in the future. I think he's probably going to endorse Bernie Sanders in the next couple weeks. This is just my gut. I think that I think he likes Bernie Sanders a lot, and I think that he's going to want to take his voters and position them to support Bernie Sanders. That could be wishful thinking, but I have nothing going on that except for I think that he likes Bernie. Okay, so takeaway number 1. Warren and Biden are in trouble, big trouble. They really have to reassess everything going forward. Being that Warren came in 4th in New Hampshire, this is a state that is that's a neighboring state. It's almost like home territory for her, and she didn't come in 3rd even. I had predicted she was going to get 2nd, and I was so off with that. And that was after the debate. So she and Biden really have a lot to rethink. I don't know if Biden can fully recover. Biden went into this as the front runner, not into this particular contest, but into the entire primary as the front runner, as the expected winner of all of the contests. And if he doesn't have a strong showing, if he doesn't get first in South Carolina, it's done. He can't sell the argument of electability if he doesn't get first in South Carolina. If he gets first in South Carolina, maybe he could go on to say, okay, Iowa and New Hampshire are flukes. It will still be a very difficult row for him. But if he gets 2nd in South Carolina, it's done. And I don't think he'll have the energy to even want to run as trying to convince Americans to get on his side. I mean, you hear him everywhere that he goes. He's like, all right, you don't like me, don't vote for me, vote for someone else. Elizabeth Warren, she'll be doing a lot of reassessing. I don't know exactly how she's going to, what she's going to use to measure her success going on in the future. I really don't know. I think she does have enough money to go a few more contests, but it depends on what her goal is with this whole thing. At this point, I think what her goal would be to take her supporters and make sure that she positions them to support the eventual nominee. And she could stay in the contest and do that. She doesn't have to drop out right away. But in terms of right now, it's clear that she's not ahead in any of the national polls. It doesn't look like she's ahead in any of the contests. So I think it's time for her to just think about, all right, if I'm going to stay in, how do I start maybe speaking my message in support of the other candidates, because we need to all come together at the end. So they're in big trouble. My second takeaway is that debates matter at this point. So I came out of Friday's debate, the New Hampshire debate, and I said, I don't think things are going to change too much. I predicted that Warren might even eclipse Pete Buttigieg, and that wasn't the case. She didn't have a strong debate performance, and so she didn't do too well. Who did have a strong debate performance and who was not expected to do as well as she did was Amy Klobuchar. So because she had a strong debate performance, I think that set her up. And it's not that she just got 3rd. She got 3rd just like, I think it was like 26% for Sanders, 24.5% for Buttigieg, and then 20% for Klobuchar. So that's a strong showing. And then after that, it was Warren, I think, down at 10% or something. So I think that at this point, yeah, the debates matter. This might have been the most consequential debate, because now that there's a kind of media narrative in terms of, all right, the establishment candidate. Well, I don't think the media is spinning it this way, but the establishment candidate is Pete or Amy, and we're going to let them figure out who's going to take that more moderate wing of the nominating process. And then Bernie is like on the left. And so that's kind of being established by the media. But it's not to say that like the future debate in Nevada or in South Carolina, I don't know if South Carolina is doing a debate, but that's not to say that either one won't be consequential. This New Hampshire debate this past Friday was very consequential. And then the third takeaway is that even though we won in the movement, in Bernie's movement, Bernie Sanders and the movement, we've got a lot of work to do. We can't just expect that we're going to be getting first place everywhere we go. Pete Buttigieg is on the heels of the campaign. Who's to say he's going to be on the heels in South Carolina or Nevada? It doesn't seem he's as strong there. But with the media spin, with the establishment support for these candidates, it's not a takeaway for Bernie Sanders. He has to have strong debate performances. He has to have a good ground game. And we have to keep it up with the work and the volunteering. So that's my reaction to the news tonight. And yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Johnny Jabbour, JohnnyJabbor. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.